Hi, I'm Katie Kempner, and this is Perspectives here at Advertising Week. Perspectives is a series of inspiring conversations with remarkable working women who are leading busy and successful lives. And my next guest is DaSilva, who is the president of Berlin Cameron. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for
Really
stopping
excited.
by. Okay, I want to start with the fact that I absolutely love your dress and it matches your eyes perfectly.
Thank you.
Tell us about it, because I know it actually is a client,
It has
right?
a little story, yes. So my client is a company called Gravitas, and we actually at Berlin Cameron, we have a startup practice where we invest in female-run businesses. It's called Girl Brands Do It Better. And she is our fourth startup that we've invested in, and I love her story. It's all about the functional dress that supports women's lifestyle and also some of their body needs. So she started with shapewear, and she has these amazing pants that actually the before and the after like changes your life, no joke. But this dress is a part of her new line. It's work leisure, and on the inside it's athletic gear, and so I can be sweaty and running across town to work and bending out with my kids. She also calls it the fifth trimester dress. I could actually breastfeed in this dress because it opens on both sides. And it makes me feel comfortable because it's all like tucked in on this side. So it's just an amazing dress that makes me be able to function in all aspects of my life.
I need it.
Yes, you can go
I
buy
mean,
it.
not that one.
Yes,
Where do we get it?
Yeah. It's funny, she actually chose the color for me. I know I love this color, but there was another one, a purpley one, kind of like the navy dress that you're wearing today. And I wanted that one, and she's like, no, your dress is the teal. I am the dress whisperer, Jen. I'm like, all right, I'll do whatever you say.
I think she chose well. And it sounds so amazing that you have this practice. Are there any other projects you can tell us about that you're investing in?
Yeah, so we invested in a company called Under Club, which is a underwear subscription club. You fill out an algorithm to find, they deliver luxury underwear to your door. You know, as a busy mom, I wasn't thinking about my underwear, and I hadn't updated my drawer at all. I was thinking about what's on the outside, but not what's on the inside. So this is a way to get my underwear drawer to where it should be to fit what's on the outside, you know, match what's on the inside. And so we did all their branding for them. And often it's an engagement about design and branding and strategy, and something that they can use from a design perspective to up that level of what they're doing, but then also take with them from a strategic and tone perspective that they can even sell to investors and take to VC firms. And we really, I continue to engage with them after, you know, our engagement has ended, because I'm almost like a CMO to their brands, and I get so involved with the day-to-day of like why they can't afford something or why the product hasn't shipped yet. And it's really a fun thing to engage with these women, because they're all so powerful in their own right and trying to do and support women in so many different ways.
Why did you start the practice? I mean, that's so great.
I got involved with Girl Up, which is a United Nations foundation that is uniting girls to change the world. And it's this amazing organization that I have two boys, and I kind of wanted a girl, just to admit. And I wanted to give back and help girls grow as leaders, and I saw this as a way to do it from a nonprofit perspective, to be on a board, but then I wanted to do it in a business sense as well, and I saw this as a perfect opportunity to engage with this brand, and then also build a branding practice for my firm, which is really exciting. And all the people at the firm are really engaged with it, and are also engaged of how do we pick our next startup. At the other festival, I don't know if you know it, we're doing all the branding for it in the middle of October. We're going to be doing a contest to see who could win some free branding from us and have a branding bar, and it's a conference of all women who are in startup and music, so it'll be a fantastic audience for me to be in front of.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, really fun.
Well, you mentioned your boys, and I think one of the things that is always the trickiest for women, I know it was for me, although I am recently an empty nester, so I don't even know what to make of that.
It kind of makes my stomach feel bad for you.
You know, and it's funny. For me, it's such a mix. I feel so elated and excited, and my kids are at terrific schools doing great, so I feel like I did a good job, and then I feel so sad and miserable, often within several minutes.
Oh, no.
But I'm very new to this
to.
empty nester thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things that always interested me, and when I helped to fuel starting Perspectives, was that feeling of always being in needing to be there for the day-to-day of your kid, of my kids, and then also my career, which was very important to me. And I know that that's something that, you know, being the president of a huge agency, you must deal with too.
Yeah. To be honest, it's way harder than I thought it was going to be. And I thought I was going to be the mom with the jogging stroller and had balance done right. And it's hard. It's hard because I'm full on when I'm at home, and I'm full on when I'm at work. And I try not to mix, but it happens. And chaos happens all the time in both places. And so we just got to be flexible with each other, and that's how my family deals with it. I also give myself some rules. I only go out one night a week. I try to be there every night when the kids are going to bed, and I try not to work until they go to bed and then work after. So I try to maintain those rules in order to maintain some semblance of balance, but then there's always like the chaos that I had this morning when I'm trying to get ready for a big day and the kids are all over the place and acting out, and you know, you feel like you're yelling at them like you shouldn't, and you know, you're not the best version of yourself, but I think that that's okay. I think you just have to, you know, let yourself be okay with you're not going to be perfect in every day and in every place, and just accept it and do the best you can.
That is terrific, like, advice for work and home. You try to give it your best, and sometimes I was talking to somebody, a very wise guy, and he was wise as in smart, and he was like, he said to me, you know, sometimes it's just good enough.
Right.
You always try to be great, but sometimes it can be just good enough.
Yeah. I agree.
So we just talked to Shelly Zalis, who's amazing, founder of the Girls Lounge.
She's amazing.
And
Absolutely.
I know you're speaking later at the Girls Lounge. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I am, and actually, I'm speaking about the side hustle State of the Union. And funnily enough, Shelly is the perfect person to do that with, because she started the Girls Lounge as a side hustle and turned it into a main hustle. So it's pretty amazing, because that doesn't always happen. So we at Berlin Cameron, we've always been a brand culture agency and inspired by hiring people that are immersed in culture and are doing different things. So we just started Hustle Days, and it's a program where once a month everyone can take a day, it's not a vacation day, and do something for their hustle. So whether that be a passion or a real side hustle, like something that they're making money from, they can go off and do that, and we don't, you know, say anything. We meet quarterly to see how we can collaborate with one another, how can I help connect them to the right people, and then we meet also to say, how can Berlin Cameron help you? How can, you know, can we help you from a design perspective? Can we do something for your side hustle? So this is something that we're really excited about.
Wow.
And we reached out to the Harris Poll to help us do some data, help us pull some data on who our side hustle is important to, and they're amazing stats. I think 75% of women do a side hustle for the money versus 58% of men do a side hustle for the money. So I thought that was just very interesting. I was just talking to Shelly, and she said it's because women are better multitaskers, which I definitely believe is true, but I also think there's a certain pragmatic to women that maybe they're laying the ground for a backup plan, or they're trying to set the stage, or they're trying to, you know, help their family get there financially. So it's going to be a really interesting talk, and we have some amazing people that have side hustles to talk about how they do it, how they balance their life with their side hustle, and how they make it all work.
So, well, I think I'm going to come and see that.
Good.
I think Perspectives is my side hustle.
It is. And I think it's that self-fulfillment, right? It's that thing where you're having these conversations with awesome people and, you know, getting to dialogue. It's like a bonus to your day, right? And I think that that's what a side hustle should be, something that makes you smile, that you're excited about, and you're building for you. Yeah. And I hope that everyone within Berlin can find that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great that you guys do that and that you support that. And I would have a feeling that it might be especially important for creative people to have another outlet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too.
Absolutely. We have one guy who has a company called Wet Socks, which enables you to pull on your wetsuit easier. We have another guy who has a blog that's all about home improvement. So various different things across different, I know a girl that actually has a podcast about side hustles. So many different things across many different people, but it's really fun, and it's going to be fun to see how they grow into their hustles.
Yeah. Do you have a side hustle?
My side hustle is advising startups and investing in startups. So once I get engaged with them, sometimes I'll take that to the next level, with keeping involved in the company, and then other startups as well that aren't involved with Berlin that maybe I started talking to about Berlin, but then shifted to myself and being more an advisor of their company. So it's really fun, and all female-led startups.
So you sound like you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I am, but still, you find the time for yourself. A little bit. A few times, yeah.
Well, that's really important, though. I mean, and I think if I could go backward and tell myself something earlier on, it would have been to find a little time for myself to do something. Do you do that? Is there anything that you do where you carve out time for yourself?
I wish I did it better. Honestly, I don't think I work out, occasionally. I think I need to take a few more things for myself, and I think my kids are at such that stage right now that it's so full on with them.
Yeah.
So it's the beginning of the school year, and back to school is always like a hard period in life. So it's something that I'm striving to, and I have written on my list that I need to do, but I don't think I do it very well right now. Just being totally honest.
That's okay too. I mean, it's hard. I think that. One of the things when people say, can women have it all? Or, I happen to think that they can, but probably not all at the same time.
Right.
And probably not the way they would think that it would be.
Right. I think your life goes through phases, right? It's ebbs and flows with how busy you are and how much time you can spend on yourself. When I was before I had kids, when I was in my 20s and early 30s, I had so much time to spend on me and travel and be social and all of those things, which I definitely love. But now I'm in a different phase, and it's more about them. And yes, I still need to pay attention to me, but I'm obviously doing these amazing things in my career that are making me really fulfilled and happy. So I think I'm getting that from another place.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So one last thing I like to ask before you leave all of my guests, if there's one piece of advice that really has helped guide you through your life and your career, what is it?
I think it's to be shamelessly you. I type harder than anyone I know. My heels are broken down because I walk too hard on the sidewalk, and I just go. And people make fun of me for doing it and just being me. And I'm like, no, I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of even the way I do things, because that's just the way I am, and I'm really happy. And so if people don't like it, then that's their problem. But I think people, if you can accept who you are, then you're always going to be the one in the room that people are going to want to connect with.
Yeah, that's terrific. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Me too. And thank you. Please stay tuned for more perspectives.